Hello everyone, we are from Group C and today we are going to present our group project for component-based development. This is our group members. These are the things we're going to present today. Overview of the system. Task identification is a digital task management application that help users organize and track their daily tasks. It allows users to create, update, and track tasks based on urgency and due date. User can mark tasks as complete, filter tasks by status, and monitor progress through a clear and structured interface. By replacing manual method like paper or sticky note, task identification improve productivity, enhance time management, and keep user motivated by providing a visual record of accomplishment and pending tasks.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mazlin Tasha binti Muhammad Nasir and my metric number is 288460. I will be presenting the first function in our system, which is creating tasks. So basically, this function allows user to add new tasks to the system. User can simply add the important details such as title, description, priority, due date, and status level. This component will have data validation to prevent situations like missing information or invalid data occurs. In terms of dependency management using Maven, I understood the importance of dependency management and how to handle conflicts when using third-party libraries. Learning to manage dependencies in pom.xml and resolve versioning issues help in maintaining a stable build environment. Next, in terms of code reusability, I learned how to effectively find, analyze, and reuse existing components, which significantly reduced development time and effort. Reusing components from the GitHub project allowed me to focus on enhancing and adapting functionalities rather than building everything from scratch. This reinforced the importance of prioritizing reuse over redevelopment, leading to better efficiency and cost effectiveness. And lastly, in terms of component selection and adaptation, choosing the right components required evaluating factors such as compatibility, functionality, and maintainability. I learned how to assess code quality, identify dependencies, and make necessary adaptations to align the existing code with my project requirement. Customizing the reuse component while ensuring minimal disruption to their core functionality was a key learning point. The first challenge that I faced in completing this assignment is handling dependency management. The reuse component introduced dependencies like Spring Boot, JPA, and MySQL that needed to be compatible with the project's chosen tech stack. Conflicting versions or missing dependencies created build and runtime issues. So the solution to this challenge is dependency versions were carefully managed using Maven, ensuring compatibility within the reuse component. The pom.xml was reviewed and updated to resolve conflicts and ensure smooth integration. The second challenge is customization of reused components. The reused components from the original system needed customization to align with the project requirements. For instance, additional fields like priority and status were not present in the original code base. So the solution is the components were extended and modified while maintaining modularity. The use of inheritance and encapsulation principles ensured that the original functionality remained intact while new features were added in a structured way.
Now I would like to present update tasks. The update task features allow user to modify existing tasks by editing the task title, description, due date, priority, and status level through an editable form. This functionality enables user to directly update previously created tasks with change reflected immediately in the user interface, ensuring real-time update without needing to refresh the page. What I learned during development of update tasks. The first one is understanding component-based development. I learned how to reuse and adapt components like the task entity and task controller for the update task feature. This helped me understand the importance of modular design and reusability in development. The second one is developing a REST API for task update. I implemented an API endpoint in Spring Boot, enabling the front end to send update requests to the server. This experience helped me understand the principle of RESTful API design and efficient data handling. The third one is integrating front end and back end. I learned how to connect the front end, which is HTML and JavaScript, with the back end, Spring Boot, to update tasks stored in local storage. This ensures smooth data exchange and real-time synchronization. Challenges and solutions I faced while working on the update task functionality. The first challenge was the lack of validation in the task entity component. It didn't enforce constraints like non-empty field or valid date format, which could lead to invalid data being processed. To solve this, I add validation annotations such as not now and pattern in Spring Boot. This ensures that invalid data is prevented from being processed. The second challenge was ensuring real-time update to the task list without requiring a page refresh. I use JavaScript to dynamically update the task list after modifying data in local storage and receiving a success response from the backend. This ensures that the updates are immediately reflected in the user interface.
For track tasks, this task management feature helps user monitor and track task progress. It displays tasks with status like completed, pending, or overdue. Users can filter tasks by priority, due date, or status using data from create task and update task components stored in the database. So what I have learned during the development, the first one is the importance of reusability. I have learned that reusing components like the find all by user ID method reduce redundancy, save time, and also ensure consistency across the application. The next one is effective API integration and communication. I learned that clear communication between the front end and also back end is the key to seamless functionality, especially when using RESTful APIs. The third one is balancing usability and functionality. I learned that focusing on the user experience, such as adding the task filter or progress indicator, makes the application more intuitive and also user-friendly. Challenges and solution. The first one is adapting reusable component to the new requirement. Using existing component was difficult to the difference in required functionality, for example, adding filters or sorting. So the solution is extended the existing method by adding optional parameter for filtering and sorting, ensuring it met the new requirement without rewriting core logic. The second one is balancing usability and development constraint, making the track task feature intuitive and user-friendly while balancing technical constraint like limited development time. Solution is a focus on minimalistic UI design, implemented progress indicator, and provide clear filter for tasks, ensuring usability without over-completing the interface.
Then coming to the main page, which is the index HTML, it serves as a main front-end interface for task management systems. It provides a page to showcase the create, update, and track tasks, including the features like a task form for adding, editing details such as the titles, description, due date, priority, and status. It will display the tasks in the table with the filter to easy tracking and organize the data dynamically by fetching from the backend using the JavaScript. So the learning point during the main page was I know how to integrate the diverse components of the project such as front end and back end into a system while maintaining the modularity and scalability. And I also gained the hands-on experience in identifying and resolving the issue during integration, especially related to the communication between different layers of the applications like APIs and the UI components. And I also understood the importance of the design workflow and the interface to ensure a seamless and user-friendly experience while meeting the functional requirements. And coming to the challenging role in the index HTML is dependency management in Spring Boot integration challenge. I need to managing and aligning various dependency across multiple coding components in Spring Boot, and compatibility issue often occurs particularly when integrating external library and framework into the project. So the solution was be review and update the POM XML file to ensure that all dependency will align the project requirements. And the second challenges that I faced was functional integration across the module channels. I need to integrate functionality such as the task creations, tracking, update from different modules into the main page push has showing that a significant challenge. The solution was adopt into a structural approach by isolating and testing each feature independently before conducting integration testing. This helped in identifying and resolving the compatibility issue between the front end and back end and to ensure the small operations. So in the demonstrations of the task identification system, user need to input the title, description, date, status, priority, and click the save button to create a task. And then it will show in the table list and add successfully message to the user. If user didn't input the title, descriptions, date, it will show the error message to the user. So that if user want to edit the task, user can click the edit button for each task, and then it will allow the user to edit the details. After that, it will show the update successfully message if user are updated successfully. And if user want to check which task is completed, user can click this one and then click check the completed or the priorities based on the task has been created, and then click the apply filter buttons. It will show that which task has belonged to the completed or which task is.
That's all for our presentation. Thank you.